Next competitor is from California, Blaze Grubbs, out of the Sacramento area. Very famous water skiing area called Sacramento. I'm sure there's a lot of Californian and West Coast skiers tuning in to watch Blaze. Is 15 years of age. As I said, skis at Balaqua. In fact, his folks own Lake 3 at Balaqua, so they've got a wonderful ski site for these guys to grow up on. He's coached by Ryan Nason, Ronnie Bishkoff, Terry Winter, Camilio Espinal and Ryan Hinkle. So geez, a bit of a who's who of coaching. He's got a personal best of 5,740 points. Here comes Blaze Grubbs.
Solid 3-event skier too, Glenn, so it's going to be good to see him in all the events over the weekend, but only 15 years of age, or not over the weekend, but over today and tomorrow. Of course, Junior Moomba is today, Wednesday and Thursday to complete our girls and boys competition. So Blaze Grubbs from California, USA. Some crisp backbacks there. Now in the back position. Wake 5 to the front, gets good clearance. Wake 360, get now in the back position, sets up for a flip back to front flip. Just comes up a little bit short on the wake. There's a reverse. Now flip, that's a reverse flip there. Flip with a back landing. Now pops to the front, couple of quick side slides to right out the 20 seconds. And good to see Blaze Grubbs standing up his opening pass, because he's travelled a long way to compete here at the Junior Moomba Masters, and great to see the young American standing up his opening 22nd pass.
Okay, Blaze now from the city end of the Yarra. He stood up his hand pass, a little bit bobbly, but not too bad. Let's see what he's got. Rope on toe. Looks like he's going to start the Wake 5 back. My view is actually obscured there, so I'm not quite sure what he did, but he's doing pretty well at the moment on toe. Standing up nicely. Pretty basic toe tricks. I think his points come from his flipping, Rob, by the look of him, but he's standing up pretty nicely here. Nice toe way go. That's solid enough. He looks happy, young Blaze Grubb out of Northern California. His first ever ski on the Yarra. And Blaze Grubbs is coming on course now. He's going to get his timing. So he's going for a 3/4 cut, which is probably a good idea first up. Pulls out wide towards the tower, the Alexander Park Garden side here. Nice turn. He looks very controlled. Does into the bottom of the ramp. Up he goes.
Oh.
Big kick off the top. Oh, how good is he? Oh, we've got our new leader. Talent, isn't he? Out of the US of A.
He's like, what's this Moomba stuff? This is easy. Just do it like anything else.
Oh,
no,
that's sensational.
Perfect setup, wasn't it? The turn was really nice. Stay composed. Chest up. Really drove right through the wakes and then powered on through the base of our jump ramp out there in the middle of the Yarra. We'll get the distance through for you. It's definitely the longest jump. It's going to be over 40 metres here, folks. Give him a cheer as he goes past. Get him revved up for his second and final jump. Blaze Grubbs.
Oh, it's huge. 43.7. It is huge, not in the context of his personal best, which is 47, but in the context of this event so far. Nobody's been able to jump 40 metres, and all of a sudden Blaze Grubbs has come out there. First ever jump on the Yarra River, and he has just spanked off a 43.7 metre effort. Little story, I won't have much time to tell this, but the Grubbs owned Lake 3 at Balaqua. If you've ever seen, there is a picture of a Malibu, an old Malibu parked on an island in a lake somewhere in the States. That is Lake 3 at Balaqua. I think that story's correct. I might be wrong, but
makes for a good story, though.
Done with their Malibu, because we all know they're no good, and it was parked up on the island. Here we go. Blaze Grubbs from Northern California, opened with 43.7. What can he do on jump number 2? Oh, that could be further, I think. Certainly a stylish jump. That is a nice jump.
Yeah.
Jeez, I like the look of this young bloke. I hope we can get 3 jumps for him tomorrow with a bit more time, not be so rushed, because he looks like a sensational young athlete out of Northern California.
Yeah, no, it looks solid for getting thrown into the deep end here at the Moomba Masters and being only getting 2 jumps, not even getting a chance to have a look at the ramp. He has to go and put the score on the board. He does so. 43.7 on jump number 1. We'll get through the distance on jump number 2. We look down at the dock and we're moving through very quickly.
44 metres, 44.0 for Blaze Grubbs, who is living up to his name. He's on fire out there, the young American. Almost a 5-metre lead over the rest of the field.
Getting a good feel for those wakes behind the ski nautique. As we see him in the course now, because we have a set-up buoy, and once the skier passes that orange buoy, which Blaze has just done, that's when they can start tricking. So a couple of wake back-to-backs, wake 5 to the front. They go, you know, look like the reverse, and then a wake O, wake 360 now in a back to front flip. Now going from the front to front, so a standard back roll and a reverse. Now he's going to go from a front to a back landing. Can he go from back to back, or is he going to let it go there? He's going to leave it there.
Good run, though.
Yep.
Solid run. He's a class act. There's Blaze Grubbs out of Northern California. Stands up nicely on his opening pass.
All right, so here we go. We're coming back now for Blaze Grubbs. See if he can set the Yarra on fire. Get that one.
That's a good one, Jared. Well done.
Stepping it up now. We'll loosen up as the weekend goes on.
Yeah, so rope on toe. Looks like a...
toe 5 back?
Yeah, toe 5 back to start. Pretty good toe back to backs. Getting into his work nicely here. 180s here. Nothing too overly fancy here, but he's cocking up the points. Toe wrapping. Does he do a toe go? He does. That's a nice toe go. Good solid stuff. This kid can do no wrong.
Well, Ignatius Georges, he's put out that 49.5, and if we look at his the first round, and of course it's 2 rounds added together, I'm saying that Blaze Grubbs, to move past Ignacio Georges, has to jump 48.9 metres. So here comes Blaze Grubbs on his opener. He jumped 44 metres yesterday. That's 144 feet. See what he does in an opening jump. He's only 5'7", so he's got a pretty good height and stature for jump. A controlled leap. I don't think it's 49, but it's a good way to start the set. Good way to open the account with, as we mentioned after yesterday, they had sort of nothing to go on, so now he's had a pretty controlled cut, a good look at the ramp. He can wind it up, he can bring the approach down a little bit further, generate more speed and try and get himself up to that 49 metre plus mark. I would dare say that's a fair bit shy of what he's going to need, and in fact it is. It's 43.8 metres. He needs to get up around that 49 metre mark.
He's on his way back right now. Ski nautique. Straight up the middle of the course. Blaze on the back, turns, drives hard, gets off that top left-hand corner, gets a nice float. That's a better jump, but it's not quite out there towards that 50-metre mark.
Look, I don't think it's 49, but it's definitely a step in the right direction. He's definitely moved it up a little bit, increased the intensity, but he's just going to have to do at least the same again, because young Blaze is going to... well, 45.7, so he's heading in the right direction.
He does say that his strongest discipline is the overall, so it's what he's doing towards his overall score is what he's probably concentrating on.
Which means every event, and of course jump is one of them, so what can he do on his last? He's got a slight headwind, he's got all the conditions in his favour. He turns. Has he put it together on the last? He's forward and oh, he's teetering on the brink, and he was really pressing over the front of those skis. Can he ride it out? And he doesn't. Well, folks, it probably puts him into a guaranteed 3rd position, which I would think it does.
Blaze Grubbs, did we get a line length?
Look, we didn't, Glenn. I'll tell you why. I thought I heard them say 16. It's got 14 on the screen, so if you would be so kind as to have a look at the ski pole as he goes past, as pretty much ideal conditions greet Blaze Grubbs as he comes on course, turns around 2. I'm thinking, am I right in saying it is in fact the 16-metre line as he turns 4, takes in 5 in somewhat glassy conditions, round boy 6.
You know what, Rob? That was
through the gates.
It was 16, but it wouldn't surprise me if that was 55. That looked, that boat did not seem to be moving quite as fast as it has been.
But I would raise the question, can you start at 55?
Yeah, you can, mate.
The 16-metre line?
Yes, you can.
You're right about that. Okay, so we assume now it's a 16-metre rope length and the boat speed now jumps up to 58 kilometres per hour. Would I be right in saying that, Glenn?
I'll go with that.
Okay. Round boy 2. Good turnaround too. Takes in 3. Round 4 looks comfortable. Around 5, and getting his money's worth is Blaze Grubbs from California. He really needs to really run the 12-metre par. Any of these guys that are going to have a chance of placing in this event, because there's 2 rounds added together based on yesterday's score, they need to at least run the 12-metre line. So let's see if he can do now at the 14.25, 28 off, Blaze Grubbs.
Yeah, well, conditions look good, Rob, for the 14.25. Okay, as he heads down the pass now. A little bit down course on 4, but he's okay as he heads across to 5. He's got 5, and he will get around 6 and out the exit gates. So comfortable stuff, really. Probably not the earliest 14.25 he's ever run, but you know, here at Moomba, you don't always run them early. You don't always run them pretty. As long as you run them, and that's what he's done. 6 boys on the 14.25, shortened down at the city end of the Yarra down to the 13-metre line. So here he comes now, 13-metre line.
Well, I hope that's the case, Glenn, because the young fellows are acquitting himself pretty well. Let's see what he can do on a 13-metre pass. Round boy 3, great turn out of 3. Round 4, but he was pretty early for 4, I thought. Takes in 5, runs the 32 off a 13-metre pass. And if you're watching in California, that's your boy. He's doing extremely well, his Blaze Grubbs, and well done running that 13-metre pass. But now we're going to get into a little bit more of the business end. We're going to shorten up to the 12-metre rope length.
Here we go, 12-metre line now. Blaze Grubbs from Northern California on the Yarra River, and I think pretty good conditions for the Yarra, for Moomba, by the magnificent Nautique towboat. Now, he scored 1 buoy in round 1. And he's got more than that already. Looks good, actually. Across the 3 he goes. He's on time and early, is he? Around 4, getting a little bit late now as he fights hard. Blaze Grubbs around 5. I think he's going to run the 12-metre line. He does. Oh, he's laid out the gates. Does he hang on? He does. Sensational stuff. Blaze Grubbs runs the 12-metre line on the Yarra River.
Well, 5 feet 7, and that was an awesome display. And he weighs 135 pounds, 61 kilos. I think we can use the pocket rocket terminology for that 15-year-old young man from California who has just run 35 off the 12-metre pass, Glenn. But I do believe we have the Nautique coming onto course. 11.25 slides through the gates. Pretty good start around 1. Gets to 2. Gets back to the wake. Does he to get the extra point? He does. 2 at 11.25 metres. Blaze Grubb from California. An awesome ski display for one of our middle seeds, and gives himself a big chance to put himself on the podium.
I'll tell you how good a score that was, Rob. His personal best is 2.5 at 11, so he's only half a buoy off his all-time best. Now, that 2.5 at 11 would have been done on a perfect man-made ski site in California, and he's got here on the Yarra River within half a buoy of his all-time best.
So 40.3. Score to beat to go through to the 1-jump final. Blaze Grubbs of the USA. Nautique's lined itself up in course. Looks good. Nice setup. Going to carry a little bit than what we saw in the first round. Looks good. Now digs in. Looking to approach the ramp. Good. Kick off the top. Beautiful jump. An opener for Blaze Grubbs of the USA. And let's see what he has in store for us here on his second jump. He's going to leave this one a little bit later on this approach. Looks good, powering into the base, and he's going to pass on jump number 2. Put your hands together, Melvin, for Blaze Grubbs. He's going to be through to the 1-jump final with a 43.3. Here we go. We see the lights of the Ski Nautique. We'll have a bit of a chat to the guys at Nautique over the next few days as well about some of the new technology put into this Ski Nautique. And let's see if Blaze can use this opportunity to put a big jump on the board. A lot more speed into the turn here. He's really going to get some power into the base. That's a big jump. No. It's going to be around about 42
42, maybe just 43 metres there on jump number 1 of 1. $40 metres flat. So that is the score to beat. You're right, you get that, mate? 44 metres. 44.1, you're good. 43.9. He wins. So one jump each into a jump off. I don't think this has ever happened for night jump. Just going to slow our skiers down into that turn. That's why these guys have got to make sure they carry a little bit more speed into the turn. And here we go. Blaze Grubbs out there, letting it all hang out here on jump number 1. Good turn. Looks good. Solid through the wakes. Off the top. Great lift off the top. That's going to be 45 metres plus. Number 1. Wow, what a jump there. 46.3 on jump number 1. So 46.3. Blaze, I ask you again, is that going to be enough?
Yes.
Oh, is there a little bit? Are you at least half confident with a 46.3? 44 you weren't confident. 46.3 you must be at least slightly confident.
I sure hope so.
Listen to Dad then. Edging into the base. He's off the top. Oh! I don't know. Can we have a Can we have a double ski off? No, it's definitely going to be rock, paper, scissors. 46.3 is what he needs. It's going to be a 46.3! It's not 40. All right, that's it. We are going. We're going to do a rock, paper, scissors, all right? It seriously is another tie. Well, there you go. Put your hands together. It's never happened before, a double tie on a night jump. Put your hands together from the USA. Garrett Reese and Blaze Grubb. What a performance here on a Thursday night. Well done, boys.
Okay, Blaze Grubbs coming on the water now from the Swan Street Bridge end, and he has elected to start on a 16-metre line. So if you like, Jared, I'll bring Blaze through and then we'll be straight down to you can catch up with Jared Burgess. So Blaze Grubbs now from California, USA, the Sacramento area. Takes in boy number 2. He started on a 16-metre line. That's 22 off. Round boy 4. Lights look awesome in that slalom spray, don't they, folks? As he goes round boy 6, out through the gates, heads for the city end. And Jared, do you have Jared Burgess with you?
Yeah, here he comes. Blaze Grubbs on the 14.25. So he elected to start it at the longer line length on the opener. Well, that's why it may have looked a little bit easier. Great turn out of ball number 2 there. Looking so smooth out on the Yarra. Turns ball 4, easily into 5. Put your hands together, Melbourne, for Blaze Grubbs. Completes the 14.25. We'll bring him back on the 13 from the Swan Street Bridge and Rob. And here we go. Blaze Grubbs on the 13-metre line. If he runs this, I'm going to give him every chance to take the lead off Curtis Beer in this amateur slalom. As he turns into ball number 1. Nice. Gets back on the line nicely. Turns 2. Working his way down across the ball, number 3 does. Leans on the left shoulder, works into boy 4. He's on this pass, turns 5. Can he make it out through boy number 6? Put your hands together, Melbourne, for Blaze Grubbs.
Here comes the boat, just comes into my view now from the city end. Blaze Grubbs pulls out nice and wide. It's a 12-metre rope length. Turns around, boy 1. That's a good start. angles into 2. Oh, what a great turnaround 2. Leans for 3. Oh, can he run the 12? He gets to... No, he doesn't. He goes inside 4. Because of the darkness, I couldn't see the boy, but I can see by the way he skied that he's probably gone inside 4, but 3. We have a score of 4.
I think it's good, yeah.
4 on the 12-metre line, and a new leader, Blaze Grubbs from the USA.
Yeah, come on, Melbourne. 4 on the 12-metre line for Blaze Grubbs. How's that? Great work out there from the 15-year-old from the USA.